Yes, my people. Welcome to your sneaker history and lifestyle podcast, Chronicles, with me, your boy PROZECH. Welcome. I hope you're well. Hope all is well with your families. All is well with you mentally. You're in a good place. I am super happy to have you here. Firstly, I just want to thank everybody that listened, watched our most recent pod with Patrick T. Based on the comments, it seems like it was well received. Got some lovely comments, so thank you very much for those that managed to go and see that. And obviously, if you haven't seen that already, it's available on all digital platforms. Say all digital platforms: YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, everywhere you get podcasts. Feel free to go and check that out. So if you're new to the podcast, or if you joined / started listening to us recently, firstly, thank you. I really appreciate it. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, with us right now. And it's a special place to be, I ain't gonna lie. And thank you once again for choosing us as your entertainment this morning, this evening, this afternoon, this moment. I appreciate it. We all appreciate it. Please feel free, if you're that way inclined, to go and listen to our old episodes. We've got another 21 of these. Can you imagine? Just audio and visual gold, just sitting in the cloud somewhere, or on YouTube, just sitting there waiting for you to click on it. Just go and click on it. Oh, and yeah, if at any point you want to get in contact with me in terms of giving us comments or criticism or anything, like, feel free to holler directly. It's PROZECH on all social media, so feel free. You know how to do it. You can jump in the comments. I'll respond to every single comment. My link tree will be in the description, and it will have our email as well, so feel free to jump on the email as well if you want to get involved that way. But I wanted to say this as well. If you enjoy the podcast, please like, comment, subscribe, rate and review. Yeah, baby. We need the reviews. 5-star is preferable, right? But obviously, just be honest, yeah? And if you want to strike up a little conversation regarding an issue, holler at your boy direct. You know, there's no airs and graces here. We're all family, and you're part of the family. So holler at me, and we'll make it right. Or if you got some really glowing praise and you just want a big man up, yeah, do that as well, man. I need that. We all need a little bit of a boost to the ego and to the mental health and all of that jazz every so often, man. So please feel free to holler at me, regardless of what the situation is. So, okay, let me set up properly for this one. All right, so this week I'm excited because we're talking to my boy Josh Ford. Now, many of you won't recognize the name Josh Ford, right? But if you've been watching sneaker-related social media, whether it be content on YouTube, videos on other platforms, I guarantee you would have seen Josh Ford on either Supplier, which is the biggest sneaker media company in Europe, or on Kick Game, which is fast becoming one of the largest sneaker reselling companies in the world. Recently opened a store in Milan. When he joined, I'll tell you this, when he joined, he told me during the pod, and it was nuts. When he joined Kick Game as a content manager and a content creator, they were on 1,000 subs, and he was tasked with increasing their subscription and building their channel. Right now they're sitting on well over 500,000 subs. Now, I don't know if it's all down to Josh, but I'm sure he played a massive role in it. So you have to give credit to who credit is due. In the interview, we get into Josh's sneaker history, the kicks he loved growing up. He's a connoisseur of kicks. You get me? He's a little avant-garde, a little haute couture. He's a bit different. You get me? He loves an Alexander Wang. You get me? He'll throw in a Sakai. I know he's got a penchant for the fragment. You get me? Like, so you know you're dealing with an upper echelon dude when it comes to his kicks. We talk about his current rotation, but we definitely spend a lot of time about how he built his career in kicks. Make sure to stick around to the end of the interview where he gives us his advice. Essentially, he was just dropping jewels after jewels on things that you can do if you are interested as a content creator, as a content manager, or a person in media that wants to turn their passion into their career. If that's what you want to do, he was dropping jewels, he was dropping advice. So make sure to stick around to the end of the podcast to get that advice. In my opinion, a truly amazing guest, a great guy, someone that I vibe with a whole lot. And a guy that I would love to have back on the pod one day. And this interview, in my opinion, was super interesting and entertaining, even if I say so myself. And with all of that being said, I'm your boy PROZECH. This is Kicks Chronicles, and your guest this week is my boy, Josh Ford. Enjoy. Peace. Yes, my people. Big PROZECH back in the game. Kicks Chronicles, and I'm here with my boy. You get me? I have to call him an OG because I need to pay some respect, put full respect on his name. Big Josh in the building. What are you saying, my bro?
I'm good, man. Thank you for having me. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it.
It is nothing. Please. Like, I really feel, considering your career, your experience, and just your personality, like, I've been watching you. I think I've been watching you for the last 10 years. I'm gonna just put it out there, bro. I'm a student of the game, bro. I'm a student of the game, bro. So the fact that you're here, seasoned broadcaster in the game, bro.
Seasoned. Trying to be like you, bro. Trying to be like you.
It was there, bro. It's an absolute honor, man. So yeah, man. Let's kick this off because for someone like you, I've got to know, what was that shoe that said to you, you gotta have me? The one that drew your heart, the one that got you into this game.
You know what? It's a weird one because I feel like when sneakers was really doing their thing and Kanye was doing Nike and Yeezy and everything, is that I was in secondary school. So I remember the Nike Air Yeezy, I think it might have been like the Wolf Grey one or the Zen Grey one being like the first one that I see, but I'm in secondary school. So imagine a lot of them times there were a lot of like the fake websites popping up. So I don't know, people might not even know this, but like Dr. J's was obviously a real one, but then there was a lot like Dr. J's and that weren't real, and they had like Yeezys on there for like $100 and that. And I was like, oh,
it was there, bro. That $100 Yeezy caught a lot of people out, bro.
Not me. I avoided that. I skirted that. But no, I think that was probably like when I first started taking notice of sneakers. And then, to be honest, a few years down the line is when I started having my own money. I'm sure a lot of people say this. That's when I really just jumped in. But it was never really a thing of, oh, it has to be this pair. For me, it was just like, I think my first proper pair were a pair of like blue suede Gazelles that I bought myself.
I love the Gazelle.
Yeah.
I'm an absolute Gazelle lover, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Like low profile, Adidas, blah, bruv. I'm all over that. I love that shoe. I went all the way to China to pick up a pair of those shoes.
Yo, really?
I went all the way to China to get a pair of those shoes. Funny story, yeah? Like, I know this is meant to be about you, but come on, man. It's my podcast, so let's jump in. Bruv, anybody that obviously has been listening to the podcast for a minute, you'll know that I had Peter on the podcast. Peter's like, he was my best man at my wedding, like one of my OGs for real. We went to China, we went to Guangzhou for a convention, and that was around the time where my awakening was happening. Like, I think it was like 2013, but it was around the time my awakening was happening. But I knew there were certain kicks that I was trying to get. The one that was in my heart, there was two that was in my heart. One was the Jordan 11 breads, right? I was like, if I can find that, then I'm jiggy, right? And the other one was a pair of red Gazelles. You get me, right? And when we got to, I think we went to China. No, it wasn't even China. It was Hong Kong, because we went to China and then we got the train over to Hong Kong. In Hong Kong, there is a street called Fai Yung Street, world famous for having sneaker stores basically up and down the whole length of the street, like Adidas, Puma, Nike, everyone, plus loads of boutiques. It was absolutely amazing. And I remember picking up this, and the deeper thing is, yeah, I'm a size 12. I've been a size 12 for the longest. When we got there, I realized that everyone in Hong Kong is basically a size 10 or below. You get me? If you're a size 10, if you're a size 10, you're a giant. You get me? Like, there's literally like one or two in the city. So I end up having to get a pair of Gazelles, 2 sizes small, because they were so fire, right? But you know the way that Gazelles are, yeah?
Narrow.
Like,
narrow.
they're narrow. My foot is wide.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened, but when I put my foot inside that shoe, that suede just said,
No.
okay. No. The suede just said, okay. Like that. He just went, okay. And the whole structure of the shoe just let go. And it just surrendered to man. And I said, and I looked at the person and they're like, you know, you got to buy those shoes. And I'm like, I know I got to buy these shoes. This shoe will never be the same again.
Bro, you turned it into a croc for real.
Bruv, it just got, whatever it was, it got turned in and it got turned out. And bruv, but I held that shoe down for a couple of years before it gave up the ghost still. It made it all the way back to England. And I held it down for a couple of years. But yeah, quick story on that. I love Gazelles, man. So yeah, you mentioning the Gazelles, man, it pulls up my heartstrings, man, because like, especially now where Adidas are, let's be frank, struggling a bit. Like, for real, in terms of like what's happened with Kanye, it's really turned them out in a sense of it's shone a lot light on the fact that they don't really have much else. And I know they've got a lot of OG silhouettes, but they haven't put a lot of effort into those silhouettes over the last 10 years. To the point where people are looking for those silhouettes. No, they've had major collaborations, Balenciaga collaboration, Gucci collaboration, Prada collaboration, but nobody's checking for their silhouettes, and it's the truth. So talk to me, like, well, I mean, we're gonna get into all of it, man, but like, let's just free flow and be free. Like, talk to me about that Adidas Kanye situation, man. What's your thoughts on that, man? Because that's nuts.
Yeah, to be honest, I think first and foremost, Ye has been carrying Adidas since 2013, maybe even before 2013. Like, without that Ye influence, even when we go back as far as the NMD and Ultra Boost hype, let's not pretend that didn't start with Ye.
Oh, come on.
Bro, do you remember when NMD first, the OG first dropped, and it was reselling for like $1,000?
I'm an NMD, bruv. I'm an NMD, bruv. Really? I love the NMD, bruv.
Yeah, it was.
I love the NMD.
It was proper. So when it dropped now, and then I'm seeing what resales £1,000 for this prime.
Bruv.
This was, I can't remember what year this was. I can't remember if this was 2014. I think it was 2014, in fact.
It would have been because I remember I picked up a pair of NMDs in 2016, so it would have been a couple, because I got the second iteration. So yeah, it would have been around 2014s, right? Yeah,
I feel like it dropped end of 2013, and 2014 is when it really just peaked. So for what year are we in now? 2023, 2022, the collaboration between the two ended. So that's a good I don't want to do quick math on camera because that's mad. Maybe 8 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll say 8
they held it down for a minute.
8 years. For 8 years, Kanye has been carrying Adidas. Like, Adidas has survived solely on the name Yeezy. So now he wanted to get out of his deal. So he forced their hand. They had to do what they had to do for those purposes. But, you know, for Adidas to do that based on what he said, there's a lot of people saying, you know, X, Y, Z. I'm not going to get into it because it's your podcast. But obviously people are like, well, Adidas supported... anyway, like,
bruv, we could get into it, yeah, because like the truth is, yeah, I'm a real one, yeah. When it comes to clothes, because people I think we're living in a really weird time. Like, we are living in such a weird time, and there's a lot of virtue signaling, and there's a lot of people acting holier than thou, yeah? And they're placing so much emphasis on Inanimate objects. The truth is, yeah, clothes are clothes and kicks are kicks, bro. Right? I'm not having a go at Hugo Boss because we know who he was outfitting in the 40s, bruv. We know who he was fixing up. You
That's
get
it.
me?
That's it.
He was fixing up a certain man. You get me? That had very strong beliefs, right? Coco Chanel. Like, I swear she was married to one, right? We're not throwing stones. It don't need to go that far. It's shoes, it's clothes, it's kicks, it's makeup, it's whatever, right? Appreciate the art for what it is. Now, I get it, right? Sometimes it's difficult to separate the two. Sometimes it's difficult to separate the two, especially depending on what the person's done and the issue or whatever. But we need to stop this culture of, oh, because this person did this, like their X'd out of history or their contributions to this particular field are no longer valid, bro. Bro, wear your Yeezys, bro. I'm a wear man with pride.
What happened? It was like, you remember when the whole Trump stuff was happening? Everyone was like, I'm burning my New Balance, and then Nike came up to support and then everyone started burning their Nikes, and it's like, do your thing. Everyone, I feel like in this day and age, everybody wants to feel like they're part of something. They don't want to be the person who is the contrarian. So with that being said, it's like, oh, Kanye said this. All right, whether what he said was right or wrong, because you lot are still out here buying Balenciaga when they're doing their child business, yeah? Let's be real. Man, them are still going out there and buying their £400 Balenciaga t-shirts. That's their business, isn't it? No one's doing anything. So everyone's just jumping on bandwagon. So I feel like if you got Yeezys and you want to wear your Yeezys and you still want to support Kanye and you still want to listen to his music and this, that, and the third, do your thing, man. like I don't know how we've gotten so scared of being judged by other people, because it never used to be like this.
Never used to be like this. Man. I feel like obviously with the introduction of social media, giving everybody a voice, making the world essentially a smaller place. Like back in the day, if we lived in two different postcodes, we may never see each other for our whole lives.
That's it.
And the thing is, as bad as that sounds, it's also good because it means that like you lived your life and you weren't better or worse for it. You met the people you met and you lived, right? And now, because I'm saying that was just life. If you weren't in the village, bro, I didn't know you. So, and if you weren't on TV, bro, there was there. So it's one of the ones where now everyone's got a voice, everyone's got a platform. The world is literally this big. So it's like we finally, as human beings, are hearing really what human beings sound like, and a lot of us are like, we're nuts. We're crazy. The fact that you believe that is crazy, and I'm gonna shout about it. And it's like, no, that's life. Human beings go and work in a shop floor, bro, and you're gonna see people. I've worked, bruv. I've got experience, bruv. You're gonna understand people, bruv. You're gonna understand people. Not everybody's gonna be cut from the same cloth and have the same opinions. So we just need to grow up a little bit, bro. We need to grow up a little bit.
100%. I feel like everyone now, because of the social media thing you mentioned, everybody feels like their opinion matters, and really, truly, it doesn't. No one's opinions matters. That's it.
Take it or leave it. It's never ever needs to be that serious.
It's not that deep. It's not that deep at all. It's not that deep.
All right, bro. We might come back to something near that later on, but one thing I want to ask you, because like I always like to understand when it comes to this culture, this sneaker culture that we have, I love to understand the differences in terms of geography and what it meant and what it means, right? I grew up in Southeast London. I grew up in Bermondsey. There were particular shoes that really represented my area growing up.
Yeah.
You get me? Like there were ones that are really prominent. You get me? So first and foremost, where did you grow up? And what was the shoe that was like that represented your ends? You get me? And it may have been at different times and different eras, but what shoe do you, when you look back in your mind's eye, what are you seeing?
I feel like, again, I grew up in Southeast, but I'm probably further Southeast. I'm further Southeast than Bermondsey. So you're closer to Central in Bermondsey. I'm like Southeast, East. I'm like on the borderline of Kent, basically. So like, like Plumstead Common. So I feel like for me, and it's similar to a lot of other London areas, suburban areas, it's Air Max. You grew up with Air Max. You grew up with the 110s or the Air Max 95s. You grew up with the not so much 97s to be honest, but definitely 95s and definitely the Air Max 90s. Anyone who had 97s, you knew. Like my barber had a pair of 97s, and he used to always floss back in the day, and he used to think, "Right, like, what's this? This is like it's new shoes when you're young, isn't it?" But definitely the Air Max 90s, definitely the Air Max 95s, and for the ones who had the 97s, you knew they were, they were big boys. They were doing bits.
Special gravy,
Yeah,
them one there, bro.
that's
You
it.
see the 97s. One of the things that I've got a little bit of a love-hate relationship with shoes that are are gold and silver and fully metallic, right? That kind of vibe, right? I feel like the 97 is the only shoe that pulled off the full metallic vibe. Like the gold bullet,
100%.
silver bullet. In my mind, I don't see another shoe that really hit it the same way. And I don't know whether it's the layering, I don't know whether it's just the design of the silhouette. But bruv, that shoe really hit, man. And you're right, man. When you saw a pair of silver bullets back in the day, bruv, you didn't need no one to tell you that dude was a special guy, bruv. It was like you give that guy respect off the back of them shoes alone, bruv.
Just a nod. You're looking down, and he's usually looking. It's like, yeah. Nowadays, it's too oversaturated. We've got the Travises. You got this. You got that. We didn't have that back in the day. Back in the day, it was just you had your 5 silhouettes. And to be honest, it's only when you got older now when the Air Force One became a thing. So the triple white Colgate Air Force Ones. When you're like maybe college years,
Man,
and you're like, okay,
Colgate, we love
the
that.
Colgate, the triple white Air Force Ones, and when you're getting college times, and you got your blue jeans, summertime, white tee, light blue jeans, your fresh Air Force Ones. Them times there. So, initially it was definitely the Air Max, and I think you're right in what you're saying because I don't remember any other trainers really doing the full metallic look. I think it was the Dunk did like a collaboration with Clot, and they had like a metallic silver thing, but it didn't hit in the same way.
I remember that.
Yeah.
That was. I've got a pair of those as well. Just to see. It was kind of like a monochromatic type. It was almost like it moved when you had it, but I know the exact. I can see it. But it was a Dunk. It was a Dunk high, right? I remember there was a Dunk high.
Yeah.
That did not hit. That did not hit.
Yeah. And there was a Jordan 1 as well. The Jordan 1, I think it was Japan. Jordan 1 Japan.
Yeah.
That was. It's just they don't hit in the same way, and obviously because the Air Max.
I got those as well. That's so nuts. I actually got those as well.
You love your metallic, innit?
Remember they had those. They had the original one came in like some briefcase or whatever, but I got the restock. It was like JPCO or something like that. I got them.
Yeah.
They definitely didn't bang as hard. Definitely didn't bang as hard, bro.
I just feel like because the 97 was modeled on that speeding bullet train, you can't go wrong. And I didn't like.
I love that.
I didn't like the gold one, but the silver one, I had a pair from the restock as well. And listen, everything I was wearing with those 97 was just next level.
No, it's definitely a hard shoe. And one shoe, I think, like in terms of like when we look back at silhouettes that really like capture a period in time. I don't know if the 97s really get as much love as they probably should do. There are only a few in terms of colorways that people really gravitate to in the 97. And I feel like in terms of colorways, a lot more focus was placed on obviously the Air Max 1 and the Air Max 95 and that sort of thing. But yeah, man, definitely a well-respected shoe, man. A really, really good shoe. You know what, man? We're talking about shoes, yeah. We're talking about Nikes and Adidas and all that jazz, bro. I want to ask you something that's important to me.
Yeah,
you get me. Growing up in my household, kicks was not the highest priority.
Of course,
I'm gonna be real with you. You get
ethnic,
me?
of course.
There was there. We're ethnic, bro.
That's
you
it,
get
bro.
me? So, like, I had to go through what I refer to as the unholy grails. Right? I don't know. Bro, we trying to hold back.
I'm waiting for it. I'm just waiting for it. I'm waiting to hear it still.
Right, so I'm going to reel off a couple names, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if you can remember and see if you've got any recollections of these names. Yeah.
Okay. Go on.
First and foremost, yeah, the OGest of all OGs, the
No,
Plimsolls. Do you remember the Plimsolls, bro?
I remember them. I remember when they took off as well. I remember when they took
Bro,
off. Like,
don't let anybody lie to you. Yeah, Plimsolls came back.
it was during
Bro.
when it was like the UV like rave
Yeah.
period came back, and Primark was selling the fluorescent sock things, and it was and everyone was walking around with the like it was like these hoodies on with their name printed on it, and the name was like glitter. It was a crazy time. It was a crazy time. So definitely that 2010.
Oh my
Tell you that 2010,
days.
100%.
Oh, it was a mad time. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that was a mad time. So Plimsolls are definitely out here. I'm gonna reel off a couple, man. Remember Gola, Bull Boy, High Tech,
wait,
Dunlop. You have to shout out Dunlop, Avia, Mercury, Ascot, Trax, Adore. Any of those names ring a bell? You ever have to dabble in them arts, them dark arts?
No, you know what? I never. Luckily, I think I'm quite fortunate in that. Man's looking at whoa, the look. Now, luckily, I was quite fortunate in that I never had to actually step foot in those realms there, like in the dark side. Nah, I didn't. Like, I
Oh my days,
remember
them
Gola, I remember
realms.
High Tech, I remember Ascot. But yeah, I guess I'm quite fortunate in that I was always kept not necessarily in the newest Air Max, things like that, but things that looked good and things that were still on brand in it. Like, no, yeah, I wasn't trying to go too far off brand. If I were to score Gola, I'm sorry, I'm getting bullied. No ratings.
It's a write off,
No,
bro. I can tell you
no
for a
ratings,
fact,
bro.
if you go to school in Gola,
That's it.
if you go to school in Gola, it's
That
a
day,
write
listen,
off, G. That
as soon as you
day,
step
you're not
foot
learning
into the
nothing.
school threshold and you're wearing that, you're never rated again. No one, listen, that's it.
Person, people are telling you about yourself. They're telling you different things about you because of your shoes. They've noticed things
All day, and
that,
you
in
have to
fact,
hold
I
it,
wanted
and you
to
can't
tell you
say
about
anything.
this as
Kids
well.
are actually cruel. Kids are cruel,
Oh my days, bruv, you have to
bro.
hold it
Kids are
because
cruel,
the
innit?
shoes on your
Kids are
feet. You have
actually
no
like
alternative.
kids are cruel.
It's the truth. But you know what? I say this with all respect, man.
Mm,
If you in your life had to go through
mm,
that, right?
mm.
Think about where you are now. I do,
That's
right?
it.
I just, and be thankful.
Be grateful, innit?
You get me? Like, just be like, God is good,
That's it.
man. We came through it. We went through the valley of the shadow of death. We came through on the other side. We came through on the other side,
Oh
bruv.
my gosh, man
Look at
says
us
we walk
now.
through the
We're
shadow of the
winning, bruv. You get me?
different now,
Dunks,
innit?
Air Max ones, Jordans. You get me? As far
It's
Yeezys, as far as the eye can
different.
see. We got it,
I
man. We
feel like
made
now,
it.
I feel like you either go
We
one of two
made it.
ways. Yeah, when you either go one of two ways when you leave school. You either go to the route of, okay, I'm gonna make sure I've got the fresher kicks on all the time, or you end up being one of those men who wear jeans and hiking shoes. That's it, bro.
We're boot,
Like
we're boot
unmatched.
cuts and hiking
That's it.
boots.
Like, I feel like those are the two options for you in life, unfortunately. But
For real, man. It's a simple choice.
mm,
When you've gone through what we've gone through, it's a simple choice, bruv. It's a simple choice. I decided to go for the former, man. I leaned into it, man. I said, you know what?
listen,
They got me now,
you got
man.
to
They
say
ain't
it with
never gonna
chest. You
get
got to
me
do it with
again.
chest as well. It's
I'm gonna make it right. I'm gonna make it right. So what I want to get into now, bro, is a line of questioning I refer to as the EST of KIC. And when I say EST, I mean the oldest, the newest, the rarest,
okay.
expensivest, cheapest, the best. You get me? Kind of understand what you got in your current rotation, but basically from the front to the back and all the way
Yeah.
around. You get me? So talk to me, bro. About let's start from the oldest, right? Talk to me. What's your oldest shoe you got currently in your collection?
Oh, so I'm just racking through. In terms of oldest release or how long I've had it?
How long you've had it?
Yo. Okay, so it's probably gonna be my Nike Air Max. Not even Nike Air Max. My Nike Air Max Reacts 270 Bauhauses. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, Yeah, it's a mouthful, so I got confused with the name. But they're probably the oldest, and they dropped what, like a few years back. But the worst thing is they're ruined now. I think I wore them to gym a couple times. It rained. They're finished. So I need to clean them up. But they're probably like my oldest pair. I tend to rotate very, very frequently and kind of get rid of this collection and bring in another rotation. So I'm bad for it, but they're like my oldest.
Okay, is that the multicolored joints?
Yeah, listen.
Okay.
When summer comes, oi, they're bad.
That's a shoe. I actually really, really like that shoe, man. I really like that shoe.
They're so nice and comfortable.
I think like this is a good opportunity for me to shine some light on an unsung hero. The 270. Like, I really think about 2 years ago, that shoe came in, and it came in. I feel like it had its heyday during COVID, like around the times of COVID, right? Where you're only allowed to leave the house for an hour a day. I will go into Tesco's, and you obviously have to line up outside. But when I get inside, Tesco's, right, or Asda or whatever, every single hardworking person in the spot is rocking a 270.
The lifestyle shoe.
You can't deny that was one of the most hardworking shoes in the UK at our point, man. So shout out to yourself, 270s, man, because they really did their thing, man. Like, what are your thoughts on the 270? I don't think that gets love, you know.
I don't like the 270.
I think people.
I don't like them.
You don't like them?
Nah, not really. You know what? It's I tell you what. When I first started seeing them was around about, I want to say between 2014 and 2016 when I started really seeing the 270.
Really, they've been going that along.
Yeah, because I remember Nike were really trying to push them, and what they did, they had Drake did one video, and he had on this pair with this is when Drake went hood. Had on this black pair, and it had the lime green fluorescent air bubble at the back, the 3/4 at the back. And I remember seeing them then, and they were really trying to push it from like kind of that time. So now I was like, they're okay then, but now the more I'm seeing them release and oversaturate and more colorways and it's just kind of been like, it's just one of those shoes. And I think when you start seeing, I don't want to say this, it's going to sound bad, when you start seeing certain people wearing certain shoes,
so funny.
It kills the shoe for you. Like when you start seeing people wearing,
so this guy is such a diva. He's
real.
Like, I saw certain man rocking the shoe and I couldn't do it anymore.
No, listen. You know when it just kills it for you. Like when people are wearing dirty Air Force Ones, like when they bust up the Air Force One, triple. You got fresh Air Force Ones, and you're purposely wearing them like this to prove a point, to make a statement, whatever you're doing. I can't do it. I'm not being in the same category as you, my bro. No, I'm not wearing that shoe. But I know a lot of man them wear them, so I'm not gonna say they're dead because they're not dead. Because I'm not trying to get man them. Hey, what you think my train is? No. They're calm. They're hard. Still, they're lovely. I love them. Yeah, on you. I love them on you. Yeah,
for real.
On you, big man. You wear them well. I can't do it. My foot's too big. Yeah. You like that?
My days. No, I like that, man. I like that. Shout out to all the 270 wearers out there, man. You got respect from me still.
Them man are on crud.
No, they are, bro. You see a black on black 270 wearer. You know who their cousin is. Yeah, that black on black Air Force One. Bruv, them two man together, if you see them two man coming, bruv, you need to turn around and go in the opposite direction. Because them are two hard-working man. Them man get busy. You don't need to be around them when they start moving, bruv. It's true. Them man get busy. All right, bro, talk to me. What are the newest pair of kicks you just picked up?
I picked up a pair of what are they? The Adidas Alexander Wang B balls, the black high top ones. Because I just think I wanted them for time. They are absolutely brazy. They're crazy. You got the boost sole in there as well, a little gum out. So I don't know. I just like them. I like trainers that are different. So for me, I already had the white pair. You got to see them on foot because I know you're looking at the pictures, and the pictures maybe don't do it justice. But when you see it on foot and when you see it the way certain man are rocking, and you say, it
actually is like I'm not even joking. Definite Yeezy vibes, no joke.
You reckon?
Definitely. 100%. But like also, I'm also getting like Forum High vibes, which makes sense. especially around the toe box.
Mm.
But altogether, I think it's a really nice shoe. It's a really cool silhouette,
That's what I'm
actually.
saying.
So, nah, I'm not mad at that at all, man. Do you know what, man? And that speaks to your, bruv, you're a connoisseur, bruv. That is not a normal shoe, bruv. That's not a normal shoe, Josh, bruv.
Listen,
You are different gravy,
but
G.
when you put it on, that's what I'm saying. I'm fed up with all the Jordan 1s and the 4s and all these new releases. Like, yes, it's great, but Nike are just with releases.
Bro,
like, I'm not on it.
we need to talk about that.
Mm.
Because you know what? You are actually preaching right now, bro. Like, Nike, first and foremost, bruv, pick a price and stick to it for at least a year or what, bro? Like, bruv, is it mandatory that every year the thing has to go up? Are you okay, bruv?
The cost of living,
Bruv, are you okay, bruv? Cost of living and bruv, and your thing is going up. And then on the other side of that, bruv, the quality is going down. So where's the money going, bruv?
What do they call it? They call
Where's
it
the money
shrinkflation.
going?
It's shrinkflation. They're making the margins bigger. The margins are getting bigger.
Bruv, they're like putting the money aside for the future. Like when they have, bruv, they're taking the mick.
It's cheeky. It's cheeky.
Like, how many Jordan 1 colorways do you need, bro? You get me? Like, let's not destroy the history
They've done
of
it.
this.
It's killed. It's dead.
Oh, bro, do you know what? Maybe you're right, bro.
It's dead.
Like, and then they have to bring out our lost and found to try and draw back, like to try and draw people back. Like, but bro, like even like because we're recording this in January. The True Blues, I believe, are about to drop tomorrow.
Yeah,
bro,
14.
that is a not necessary shoe.
But you know the worst thing? You know the absolute worst thing is when you look at the blue from the Jordan 3 True Blue, which is what they're taking inspiration from, and the blue on the 1, it's different. What are they?
It's not the same blue, right? Where's the elephant print? Bro, there's nothing, there's no red. What kind of inspiration are you taking from like a really, really cool colorway in the True Blue 3, right? And you're saying, okay, we're doing the True Blue 1, and you're not even taking all of the color elements.
And the worst thing is they're calling it true. It's not true, it's a lie. It's a lie, blue, bro. It's a lie.
Say that one more time, please.
It's
say
not
that
even
one more
true.
time.
They're calling it true blue. It's not true. It's a lie. They're lying to you. It's mad.
It's a lie.
And when you go back,
and charging you.
What, it's 165 now. I remember picking up the Travis Jordan 1s like 2017. The Travis Jordan 1s, I think they were like 125. Now tell me how Jordans are more expensive, but the quality control is that like you're saying? Poor. It's poor. So
oh my days,
it's mad because even like you're looking at the Jordan 1s, you're looking at the colorways, and exactly the same as the 4s, the 3s, the 6. Every Jordan silhouette, they're just pumping out colorways. And I've been saying this for the longest time. Yeah, I don't mind too much the lost and found because I think at least it has some semblance of history behind it. Fine, do your thing.
It's a good story. Good story. Yeah. Good marketing on that one. Yeah,
for real. And they're doing it again with I think the Black Toe Lost and Found is dropping later this year as well. But the problem is, if you remember, like maybe what? Again, I'm showing my age here. If you go back maybe between 5 and 10 years when the Jordan 1 bread dropped in 2016, sold out in seconds, yeah? That era there where they're releasing Jordans, very few and far between. So when they do release a colorway...
Bro, it might be 4 or 5 years, bro. That's just it. So it's all leading to this one point.
That's
like,
it.
This literal just like, if I don't get it now, bro, I might have to go resell or that's it. Like, it's just I have to wait another 5 years. I have to wait another 10 years.
Look when the Jordan 6 infrared last dropped. The last drop I remember was like mid-2000, like years and years ago. I haven't seen it again since. Like, they need to bring that back and stop just pumping out colorways just to make sales. Hard. Like, it's...
do you know another thing? It's like, I suppose obviously it's just like, I'm sure they're using data to make their decisions, but like, when you've got, like, they're putting a lot of effort in the 2 right now. Obviously, a massive amount of effort in the 4, right? But there were other ones, man. Like, you're talking about the 6. I love the 6, bro. I love the 6 as a silhouette. I think that's an amazing silhouette. Does not get the love. I think the last 6 that dropped might have been the Travis.
Might have been. I think it was the Midnight Navy, actually. There was a Midnight Navy one. It was a white one.
There's a Midnight Navy 6. No, you're right. It was last year. Yeah, Midnight Navy 6.
Didn't like it.
Yeah, this is it. Like, and this is like, they really need to. And the thing is, it's like, it's on one hand they're doing too much. On the other hand, they're not doing enough. It's like will we ever be happy? Will we ever be satisfied?
Nah, we won't.
But like,
Sneakerheads.
I think Nike in general, you need to up your game. I'm just be real. You need to up your game, man. And this is me being like honest. I love you, but the relationship is toxic.
It's tense, right? It's tense, bro.
To say the least. You get me? Don't let me start talking to you about sneakers, bro. I feel like I'm shadow banned. I say it on every podcast.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah, Nike are coming for you still.
Yeah. I've done nothing to help my situation.
It's alright. You gotta be honest.
Or I could just cut this piece out. Anyway, so
nah, keep it in.
Alright, bro. Talk to me. What are your rarest pair of shoes? The rarest pair of shoes you currently own?
That's quite techie actually, because so I'm trying to think back through my collection. This is it. Like, if I'm saying based on hype, we're gonna go with probably like the off-white Nike Dunk Low. I think I got lot 25 or 50. And that's probably like one of the better colorways from the 50 drop. That's probably my rarest. I don't really deal with the rare thing. I buy what I like. And if you want to look at it, like the Alexander Wangs, they're pretty rare, to be honest, because
no,
you know
I can't lie. Because if you'd have come back and said that, I couldn't deny it, because I've never seen anyone wear them shoes. Like, I literally have to come and see you rock it, bro, because I don't think I've ever seen anyone wear them shoes.
That's what I'm saying.
You get me? Like, so yeah, but definitely the Lot 25 was a pretty hard colorway as well. Yeah, Lot 25. I got Lot 22.
Okay.
Which I did not like.
Yeah, some of them. That's what I'm saying.
Fan of.
From like 2 to 40, no, from 2 to 24 and then 26 onwards, they were just garbage.
Yeah, there was a lot of nuts and stuff. And the thing is, obviously, shout out to Virgil, rest in peace. Like, I respect the legacy and the vision. He's absolutely amazing for the culture, and for the world. Yeah, but like, obviously, when you're dropping 50, as iconic as dropping 50 is to say it's a 50. Not all of them are gonna bang in it, and that's life, innit? Yeah. But I think what banged about that whole thing was how it dropped.
Yeah,
I think that was because I think a lot of people got W's. I feel like they used it to almost say sorry to a lot of people. Like, we've been airing you for a long time. Take one of these, man. Innit? It's not gonna be a 1, and it's not gonna be a 50, but take one of these, man. Innit? You'll be alright.
Listen, the 25, I preferred the 25 over the 50 anyway. No, was it the 1? 50 was the black one, innit? So I preferred the 25 over
50 was the black one, and 1 was the white one. I like the white one better. I like the 50's hard, but I like the white one better. The 1 was, I think, was super hard.
So yeah, the one that I got, I was very happy with. I did like a surprise unboxing of it on my YouTube channel. So
nice.
I was kind of like, okay. I was scared because I'm seeing all the other colorways. I'm seeing people unbox them, and I'm like, yo.
So when you did the unboxing, you hadn't actually seen the shoe?
I hadn't seen them. No, I hadn't seen them.
Oh, amazing!
So when I'm opening them, I'm like, oh, thank goodness.
You actually like them?
I actually like that. That's what I'm saying. I was like, okay, I'm definitely keeping these. But then the maddest thing is I've actually got smoked for Complex, because a related story. I took a picture and put it on my Instagram, and Complex at this point they put a picture out. If I find it, I'll send it to you. But they put a picture out of what everyone got or what people got, and they put my picture up, but didn't tag me, bro. They tagged someone else. So can you imagine? And it was my brand as well. It was my brand. I put it on my brand Instagram. So if they tagged my brand, can you imagine? And they tagged some random person who's inactive.
And that random person was up that day, bro. That's a lot, man. I hate that.
Fuming.
And then it's like, okay, yeah, but I'm saying there's like the channels to go through to get someone to change a tag. It's like, oh my days, man.
Never happened.
That's so annoying.
Never happened.
That's so annoying.
But yeah, the 25 is probably my rarest in terms of hype. The Wangs, I'd say, definitely in terms of like how long they go back and how you're not going to see anyone else on road in them.
I respect that. I'm gonna ask you one more of these, yeah. Then we're gonna start moving on to something else. But I want to know, what is your most comfortable?
Oof. You know what? My most comfortable is probably gonna be either my Sakai LD waffles or my Wangs. The Wangs, I could wear them all day. Listen, because it's got the boost on it. So it's got the boost
Is it got
incorporated.
boost in it as well?
It's got the boost in it. That's what I'm saying
it.
to you. So I've got like I said, I've got both colorways. I've got the white one and I've got a black one. And the white one I've got in low. And I could wear them all day. I could wear them for 2 days straight. I wouldn't feel a thing. It's like I'm walking in a cloud.
I love shoes like that, man.
That's
I
what
don't
I'm
know what
saying.
it is, about certain, like, when you get to a certain age, or like, I don't know what it is, but like, comfort just became so important to me
Everything in
at a
it.
certain point.
Bro,
Like, I just
everything.
like, and the thing is, it's not a thing of like, I don't want to not look good. I still kind of have to look good, but I don't want to suffer.
Not at the expense of comfort. That's just what I'm saying.
I didn't come here to kill my feet, bro. My feet died that I may live, bro. Nah, it's a lot, brother. I can do it all.
Yeah.
You get me? And that's one thing I have to respect Kanye for, because I feel like that athleisure flex, that sort of like that dancing along the line of like it's smart casual, but yet very, very comfortable. I feel
Yeah.
like he really spearheaded a lot of that,
Oh,
and I feel
100%.
like a lot of brands, especially when he leaned into the boost technology. Like, I'm such a fiend for the boost, bro. I love boost. You
It's
get me,
different.
like, and all of that bounciness, like, you get me, like. So I have to respect him for that, because it was really necessary, man.
No, it
Like,
was.
give me, like, in terms of comfort, what are your most, like, you're saying in, like, obviously in terms of your collection, you said the wangs, right? But in your mind, what do you think in your mind, or what you've experienced, are the most, as in top tier, comfortable shoes?
It's a difficult one because I think the ones you would probably lead to are like Ultra Boost. But I've got a pair of Ultra Boost and they're all right. Like,
I think I got an Ultra Boost right here, bro.
is it? Yeah, I've got some I use for gym, but I don't wear them to the gym. Okay, yeah, I got
Yeah,
the
it's an
Parley
Ultra Boost
ones.
too.
Yeah, so I'm
Oh,
saying,
the Parley ones. I remember all the Parley ones still.
yeah,
Shout out to Ultra Boost. It does not get a lot of love, but
that's what I'm saying.
yeah. At a moment, bruv, these were reselling. Just so everybody
Yeah,
knows.
triple
At a
black
moment,
ones,
these
triple
were
white
reselling.
ones, they were flying, and then
They were
there's
reselling.
oversaturated with colorways again, and that was it. Fell off a
Yeah.
cliff, but. Yeah, I think probably like the Ultra Boost, the NMDs were definitely some of the most comfortable trainers that I
Super
remember
comfortable.
people
Super
talking about
comfortable.
getting gassed off. And the Yeezys, actually, now that I mention it.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah.
respect the Yeezys. You have to respect the Yeezys in terms of comfort. Yeah, man, I'm definitely on all about that. I always found like, in terms of comfort, Adidas tend to, I suppose, obviously because of the technology, they smashed it. They tend to produce really comfortable shoes. Nike do have some comfortable silhouettes, but it's almost like the ones that they've deliberately made with comfort technology don't tend to be
They're
the
not
most
comfortable.
comfortable.
Yeah.
This is it. Like, isn't that
Yeah.
so weird? Whereas like stuff like Dunks and Air Force Ones and Air Max ones are kind of comfortable, as in these are shoes that you can wear for a period of time and not really have like too much of an issue,
You
or
think
at least I
so?
can talk for myself. Yeah, bro. I know I don't have an issue. I could wear a pair of Dunks for the
Yeah.
whole day.
Yo,
You get me?
how, bro?
Bro, are you serious?
No, they're not
You
made
can't
like
do that.
that. They're not made like that, bro. For me, all right, so even Air Force Ones, Dunks, and whether it's because of the materials they're using now, even my off-white Dunks, I have to be very careful when I wear them. Because if I'm going somewhere and I'm going to wear them for a period of time, I know that by the end of the day, my feet are going to be burning me. Yeah. Air Force
Wow.
Ones are the same because obviously you have to walk such a way in them because you don't want them to crease. Because once they crease, they're finished. I'm not paying £100, and I'm not paying £100 for Air Force Ones. Full stop. I'll put it out there now. Yeah. In my day, Air Force Ones were £65, and I will not be forced, bullied, strong armed into paying no £100 for no Air Force for a disposable trainer. It's not happening. You're not getting me.
Oh
No,
man, them
no,
days have gone, boy.
long
I
gone,
can't do it.
it's
I
long gone.
can't do it, bro. I only have one pair of Air Force Ones. I got the Supreme wheat joints, bro. I
Okay,
can't. I can't just draw for an Air Force One like that, because in the way that I wear shoes, I don't have anywhere for them. There's no place for them.
yeah, yeah,
You get me? Like I'm not on motives. I'm saying, like, I don't.
you're
It's
too
like
old for
I'm not
motives,
that
bro.
guy.
Yeah,
You
nah,
get me? Like I'm just a regular dude. You get me? Like,
trust me.
so I don't really have a space for them. Although I fully respect a white on white, I fully respect a black on black, and anything you want to do with all your heart. Enjoy your life. You get me? But yeah, it doesn't really fit in terms of my repertoire,
I hear that.
bro. I actually need to to understand, bro. I alluded to it earlier, and I actually think it's true, bro. I actually think I've been watching you for the last 10 years. You
Wow.
get me? Like I said it
Appreciate it.
before, and like I feel like I've been watching you for that long, bro. I want to say early days, like, and you correct me if I'm wrong, yeah. Soul Supplier,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
you get me? On there early, and obviously Soul Supplier, pretty massive,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
biggest in the UK
They're doing their
by
thing
a
still.
long way. You
Yeah.
get me? Like, so that's a huge feather in your cap.
Mm.
All the way now is we're seeing you on screens in 4K, looking spicy. You get me with Daniel at Kick Game.
I
You
love,
get me
bro.
doing your thing.
Yeah.
Bro, talk to me about your career in kicks, man, because I think it's important for us to understand that there are opportunities, and the
Mm.
fact that you've been doing it for so long,
Mm.
you get me, like, shows that there like this is a legitimate way in which you can actually build a career and
Of
actually
course. Yeah.
and like live your life, sort of thing. So talk to me about that, bro.
It's funny you say career in kicks because I remember towards the end of my time with Soul Supplier, and I'll go back in a minute. But I remember being like, "Rah, how long is this actually going to last for? Because am I going to be 40 and still doing dot 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 dot?" But obviously, I'm a lot younger then. So for me, if I start by kind of how I ended up at Soul Supply, I remember my boy told me about Soul Supply from like one day because they were doing like release dates and things like that. So I'd go on there sometimes and I'd use drop date and Soul Supply to see what's going on. I remember I was working at the Daily Express and the Daily Star, so they kind of they were joined together in it. So they were in one
Wow.
office in Nick Cannon Street. I remember I was like, just come out of uni, I'm doing up journalism, and then I saw a role at Soul Supplier. So for me, this is kind of from the time when if you want a job, you have to do something different. It's not just now where everyone's doing something different. I remember I took one of their product pages and I turned it into a CV and I sent that to
Bro,
them.
I love that. I
You see
love
what I'm
that.
saying?
That's so sick. I love
So
that.
that's how that came about. And then I went there, got into it. And then it was like, I'm someone I very much like to see something. And I used to have this vision where I used to go somewhere and I used to say, okay, do this, this, and this, and this. Yeah. So when I joined the Soul Supplier now, there were certain things that I'd said, like, for example, why are we not doing on foot videos? Like, and it's just something that I'd seen on like ASOS, for example, when they have that the models wearing clothes. I was like, we should be doing on foot videos. So from that, it was like they started doing on foot videos, and then I started doing a little bit of presenting on camera along with George, along with Dan. Again, throughout my time there, I was doing various different bits, and it was cool. I got to do whatever I wanted to do. Really, it was very much free and very much as long as you're doing for the business, it's for the growth of the business.
Mhm.
You don't really get told no if it makes business sense. So I think that was good, and that was like my first kind of foray into actually working in sneakers. And I think that's like for a lot of people, that's like a dream come true.
Mm.
From there, I left and I went to a YouTube agency. So I was doing like YouTube consulting for like on the England channel. I was running the England channel. I was running the FA Cup channel. I launched Amazon Prime Sport. I was working on various
Come
different
on.
YouTube channels. Yeah, man. So I got really into YouTube and started really like into the back end and knowing everything about YouTube. And then from there, sorry, I went on to Kick Game. So this is within the kind of I was at Soul Supply for around 2 years, 2.5 years. I was at the YouTube agency for around 2 years, and I went to Kick Game, and I said, okay, look, I'm gonna build your YouTube channel as well as doing the presenting as well. So I remember when me and Daniel first started doing it, and they must have had maybe like 1,000 subscribers, and we're getting 50 views a video. And then as I'm building the YouTube channel was picking up and it's growing. Now views are getting more and more and more and more. And yeah, that's it really. It's just interesting finding ways to be around your interest in sneakers as you get older and making it work, because the last thing I wanted to do was be in a position where, for example, I'm still writing about release dates and I'm 35, 40 years old. There has to be some growth. And even when I was at Soul Supply, one thing I really enjoyed, I did a documentary on the streetwear culture. I don't know if you've seen it. So it was about young people when they're ruining streetwear, because what you'd see, this is again 2016, 17, young people were like at drops like Supreme at Palace, and you don't know where they get this money from, but they're at these drops. They're shopping patterns just again Supreme, Palace, and they're there every week. They're taking their pictures for their grams. They're blowing up on gram. I remember that there's a guy called Gali Galileo. I don't know if he's still doing it, but he was one of like the main people at that time who was doing it. He was at the Supreme drops, and he got a massive following off the back of it. And then it just kind of goes back to what we're talking about now with modern day generation and how the consumerism has just gotten to a point where it's like at the peak. And it all started around that time. That's when I first started noticing that young people were just becoming massive, crazy consumers. So yeah, that's it really. Getting to see seeing from a first point or for a first hand view how the industry has progressed over the years and where it's at now. To the point where now, maybe like 5 years ago, you could go on sneakers and stuff, for example, and they're not paying you to say their name, or you could go on any sneaker website, you could buy a pair of trainers when they drop. You could buy a pair like the Human Race NMDs. You have to be quick, and bots were taking over then. But now there's no campouts, there's no anything. Now it's like it's just weird to see how it's all changed. Raffles now, and even bots still have their day, but back then it's just again seeing that transition and being on the other side and being like, wow, I remember when you could actually just buy a pair of trainers. Like I could buy a pair of Yeezys from Adidas. I can sit in a queue all day on Adidas website. Now it's instant. Yeah. It's crazy to see how it will change, but no, 100%. I think there's still a lot of space in this industry for people. And I think if you're interested in sneakers, make the most of it. Do it, innit? What are you waiting for? Like we're only young once. You got to do what you enjoy. If you're gonna have to work, then do what you enjoy, innit?
In terms of advice for anyone that's potentially watching this, because I say this because since I started doing YouTube and started sort of creating content, a lot of like younger people have reached out to me. A lot of people that knew me before I started the channel, and they've said to me, you know what, like what you're doing is really inspirational. And I'm like, bro, I'm just chatting about cooks, man. This is like my hobby, man. This is what I love. And they're like, no, you don't understand, because like in my household, that's not a viable thing. That's not something that was real. And because you're doing it, and because my parents know you, or because they know that you're a husband, you're a father, you're a working man, you're out here, you're doing your thing, and you love these things, it legitimizes it in my house. Like I don't have to hide the fact that I actually love kicks. Yeah. So like I know there are people out there that like are still fighting those battles, basically. So do you have any advice for those types of people that maybe want to get into the industry? Tips, tricks, anything, bro?
I just feel like, again, now the industry, and I don't want to sound like an old man, the industry is completely different now. In that it's more about your social following, brands care more about. But that's another story for another day. But I feel like in terms of tips, tricks, advice, I would say, listen, at the end of the day, you are on this earth once. So we're here once. Like, and if we're lucky, we live a full life. Are you going to get to the age of 40, 50 and say, you know what, I really wish I had done X, Y, Z and followed my dreams, but you didn't because you're following someone else's dreams? And yes, again, as children growing up, our parents always putting things on us and saying, well, you need to go to this and you need to do this and get a good job and and you can do all that. You can have your good job, but you can also have your interests. And I think the great thing about now, and we touched on it earlier, social media being as big as it is, now you can have your job and you can make even more money from your interest. And it's just doing it in the right way. I would say now, if you're interested in trainers, you relate to trainers, do it. Like, if you want to start writing articles, start a blog. You want to start doing videos, start filming videos on your phone. You don't need, what I love about now is that you don't need somebody else to validate you in order for you to be who you are. You see it? Like, yes, if you want to go into the industry of actually, working for a company, I think even then, now having something that you have made yourself puts you in an even better light, because it's like, okay, 100%. This person is really interested in trainers. You see what I'm saying? So I think for anyone out there who's listening and watching this now, I would say, listen, just start whatever it is you want to do. Don't worry about other people. Don't worry about what they may think. Don't worry about what your parents may think or say. film your videos in your bedroom on your iPhone. You don't need no big camera. You can use your iPhone. You see what I'm saying? Do that. Write your articles. Do whatever it is you want to do. Start yourself and build it up yourself and teach yourself. And that's the best way to achieve and get into the industry. Network with people that you're interested in. Chat to pro. Like, you see what I'm saying?
Massive.
That's it. Yeah.
Networking is huge. I completely agree with networking, man. Because, like, I mean, it's one of them things where it's like, even like talking to you right now, you get me, like, the way that we came together and how we came to know each other, man. It's one of them ones where it's like, bro, like, if I didn't put myself out there to potentially have an opportunity, I would never have even met Josh. It's one of them ones where it's like, there's certain steps that you need to take. And when he says you only got one life, it's true. You don't want to live in regret. You want to take every opportunity you can. But the truth is, if you ain't putting the effort and the time in, a lot of times what you want ain't gonna just find you.
That's it.
You kind of have to go out there and have to make it happen.
You get me?
Like, so, like, I'm definitely an advocate for, like, especially like, because we know each other a lot through Creps Collection Club. I reached out to them. They popped up in Blue Water. I reached out to them. I got a channel. They're bringing up their channel. I'm like, let's do some stuff together. Like, and it was just one of them things where it just made sense. You get me? Like, so I can't agree with what you said anymore, man. So people, if you're out there, like you said, holler at me, bro. Holler at anybody. Like, I'm saying, like, you already know how to get in contact. Get in contact. If anything, advice, help. If there's anything I could do, bruv, I'm ready to do it. You get me? Like, I ain't gonna talk for Josh because Josh is a busy man.
No, likewise. I like. That was what I meant. What I meant is like networking with people, just like that you're interested in it, and just being don't
100%.
Don't follow people just because you want something from them. Follow them because you like their vibe in it. Like, but no, 100%, you're right. Create your own opportunities. That's gonna take you much further because even like you said, when you start creating your own opportunities, the universe will give you these more opportunities, and that's how it will just snowball, and you will end up where you want to be and where you need to be, and meeting the people that you need to meet.
That's what's up. Random question. I call this question Desert Island Kicks. Stuck on a desert island. Don't know how you got there. All you know is that you're on this island and you got 2 pairs of shoes with you.
Okay.
What are those 2 pairs of shoes and why?
Alright, you're probably gonna tell me something about like, oh, it should be but I'm telling you, if I'm on a desert island, I'm having Crocs, because why am I getting sand on my Air Forces or my nice trainers? I don't even like Crocs like that. So, and they got some grip, so if I need to climb a tree to get a coconut, I can do that. It's probably like Crocs and sliders. I'm not gonna lie to you, like, I'm being practical. What if I'm on a desert island by myself? What do I need? What do I need fresh Creps for? Am I gonna say Travis's? What am I gonna do? Travis ain't there. I can't sell them. Ain't no StockX. I'm practical.
Ain't no resale market.
Ain't no resale market, bro. Trust me, by myself. Nah, listen, I'm being practical, being very practical with it. That's it. Crocs and sliders.
Crocs and sliders. So man's got comfort, practicality. You get me? I get it. I respect it.
Let me go back actually to try and tie it in with the sneaker vibe. I'll get some foam runners and some Yeezy sliders. There you go.
Respect it.
Yeah.
I respect it. I mean, I'm cool with Creps as well because I mean they're legit now. We've embraced them now. Finally,
now.
Yeah, we've embraced them now. You've embraced them. You have to. You can't deny them anymore. But yeah, like I'm a massive foam runner guy anyway. So I'm on that, and the slides are hard as well. Even though I can't actually physically fit my foot inside a Yeezy slide.
So
I've even bought I'm a size 12.
Yeah.
In Yeezys, I'm a size 12 and a half.
Yeah,
right? I've bought a size 15 Yeezy.
Your foot don't fit.
And I still can't put my foot inside. I think it's just made for slender feet.
Yeah.
Like it's just a weird fit for whatever reason.
That's stress. You know, you got to get some scissors and just cut the outsides and just create some space, bro. Just some relief, you know, like that.
So, what I need is the same dude that made my gazelles from China needs to make me a pair of slides in it, so I just release, bruv. No, man, that's not happening for me, man. Do you know what we're gonna do right now, bro?
Yeah,
we're gonna do some quick fire.
Okay.
We're gonna do some quick fire questions. Yeah. One thing I need from you, Josh, is I need them answers from chess.
From chest. Okay, let me sit up straight then.
From chest. I need them answers from chest.
Yeah.
And I don't want no dilly dally.
All right.
I hope I'm being clear.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
All right, bro. When I say dilly dally, yeah, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't read so good,
Okay.
so the questions might come a little slow, but the answers need to come fast.
Well, while
Yeah,
you're saying the question, I can think of the answer, so it's good. It works. It works.
respect it.
Yep.
Respect that works both ways. We like that.
Yep.
We like that. All right, we're getting ready to go in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Off the bat,
Yeah.
Nike or Adidas?
Nike.
Can you wear Nike and Adidas together? Yes or no?
No, get out of here. No way.
What is your favorite non-Nike / Adidas brand?
Yo, New Balance.
Respect it. Your Jordan number.
6.
YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok?
Nah, YouTube is every day.
Boost or React?
Boost.
Vans or Converse?
Vans.
Laces or slip-ons?
Nah, laces. I don't do them up anyway.
Default laces, or are you patterning up your laces?
Nah, default. What are you changing them for? Leave it as it is.
Custom designs or factory settings?
Nah, factory.
Socks or barefoot?
If you don't wear socks with your trainers, first and foremost, yeah? No. Socks. All day. Every day socks. Never barefoot.
Respect it. I respect it. Comfort or style?
Comfort every day.
Fresh and clean or beaten and battered?
Fresh and clean.
Washing machine or hand wash?
You better have that brush and those wipes ready, along with that Crep protect, whatever it is, man. Then no washing machine, never that. Hand wash.
Lows, mids, or highs?
Depends on the shoe, but more time lows.
I respect that. And the last question: triple blacks or white on whites?
No, triple white. Yeah, easy.
I said triple white. I said triple black or white on white. You said triple white.
White on white, same thing, innit? That's what you mean, man. But white on white.
No, I'll let you off, man. I thought you were trying to do that middle ground.
Both. Nah.
I respect it. Josh, man, you completed your quick fire, man. That was speedy, bro. That was super fast, man. Sonic levels. Before I let you go, bro, I need to understand. What does the term sneakerhead mean to you?
Sneakerhead for me, I feel like it's just anyone who's interested in sneakers. Anyone who's interested in sneakers, but not just that started yesterday. I want to be able to have a conversation with you about trainers, but for me, actually, saying that it's like the OG guys are sneakerheads. I know a few man that can tell you the origin story behind the Nike Air Max span. So them man, I think are sneakerheads. I feel like you have to have a certain knowledge. They're like the OGs of the game, and I feel like everyone else just come. You're either a hype beast or a sneaker enthusiast after that.
All right, bro. So in your mind, you're saying sneakerhead is attained through acquiring knowledge as opposed to acquiring kicks.
Yeah, I feel like a mechanic you call a mechanic because he knows about cars. So the sneakerhead, it's like he knows about trainers. Like, yes, he may not even have the Jordan 1 lost and found, but he might have, again, a pair of something from like 1986, like the original version of the original Jordan 1. And he's going to tell you exactly how he got it. He's going to have a story. He's going to tell you about this, that, and the third. Those kind of conversations, them man who have devoted their life to sneakers, they're real sneakerheads.
I respect it. And with all that being said, Josh, are you a sneakerhead?
I don't think I can call myself a sneakerhead. I'm on my journey. One day, if I'm lucky, I might get there. But right now, I'm just like maybe a junior sneakerhead. I'm a junior sneakerhead right now. Junior.
I said junior sneakerhead junior, bro.
Give me 5 years.
Back in the day, you had office juniors, man. Man's a sneakerhead.
I'm an associate sneakerhead. I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet.
Let me tell you now, I'm gonna say this with chess. Yeah. Anyone that can come on a podcast like this talk to me for an hour plus about kicks they love, kicks they enjoy, kicks they bought, what got them into the game, the career they've had in kicks. You may not see it, Josh, but I see it, bro. My eyes are not blurry at all, bro. I'm clear, Bachi. Yeah. When I look at the screen, bro, I'm looking at a sneakerhead. Bundle the criteria, bruv. Bruv. You, my friend, you're a sneakerhead, bro. And that is Kicks Chronicles certified. Sneakerhead in the building. Josh, my boy, sneakerhead, yeah. I don't know how far that goes. You get me? The certifications of Kicks Chronicles. You get me? We need to see who that's accredited by. But
put on my LinkedIn.
You get me?
Let's get on my LinkedIn.
I'm gonna send you a certificate. You can stick that on the LinkedIn. We love that. We love that. But bro, I just want to say once again, just thank you so much for your time, spending this time with me, man. Just honoring my invitation, man. I really respect you, and I don't take for granted our relationship and the fact that you did this for me, bro. 1 million people are gonna watch this video. I'm not joking.
Hope they enjoy it.
1 million people are gonna watch this. You need to let them know what you're doing and how they can get involved and how they can support what you're doing, bro.
Well, what am I doing? Right now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm just on this YouTube thing. I'm just literally just YouTube consultancy, basically. Was doing a little. Well, actually, I'm still kind of doing my fashion brand. So if you see me in this hoodie now, Bad Kid, Good City. If you might have seen it around.
I need to get involved.
Yeah.
Double XL, bro.
Doing that. I got you, bro. Doing a thing with that right now. YouTube consultancy and just kind of bits and pieces. I'm just living life, being a married man, you know, with new puppy. That's it, man. That's it. Just living life.
How can people connect with you on social media?
I mean, if you want to connect with me on social media, I do have Instagram. I'm not going to lie, I don't post very often, but that's josh.bkgc. Now I definitely can't change my handle because it's out there, so now it has to be that forever. But yeah, that's how you can find me on Instagram. Yeah, man, I'm on YouTube as well, actually. I forgot to say I'm on YouTube. I don't know what my YouTube name is though. So yeah, just type in like Josh Ford and something. We'll put the link in the description.
Yeah, no, I'll hook you up. Don't worry about that. And obviously, Kick Game, right? You're out there on Kick Game. You're doing a lot with Kick Game as well. Yeah. So obviously, a lot of people that are going to watch this are probably going to recognize you from Kick Game and stuff. So obviously, feel free and make sure to continue to support Kick Game and their channel. Obviously, they do really, really good stuff over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. So once again, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Pleasure's mine, man. Thank you for having me.
No, man, it's nothing, man. It's nothing. Just so people know, because I like to keep it real, yeah. We did have some technical difficulties during this podcast. You get me, man? The internet was playing up. It weren't interneting. You get me, like, but you get me, like, I feel like we came through. You get me, man? And you know what? I feel like it was good. I feel like we had some good chat, and your people are gonna see. I'm gonna get in the editing room, and I'm gonna make this sweet for you. I'm gonna let you know.
Nice.
You get me? I'm gonna make it real sweet for you.
You get me? Like,
so, with all of that being said, man, from myself, Big PROZECH, this has been your Kicks Chronicles, and until I see you, man, down the roads, stay blessed. Thank you for listening to this episode of Kicks Chronicles. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, rate, review, and all that good stuff. And remember, full video version is available on YouTube, audio versions available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.